Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. How are you? It is Thursday morning here in the heart of the Arkansas Delta, and the coffee is rolling strong and rolling free this morning. So how are you? Did you guys get through all that mess of rain and thunder and all that good stuff last night? I can assure you we have more today. It has already been raining here at the church. It was raining on me all the way through, from the house all the way in this morning. So y'all, it's pretty bad when I can sit in my house and I can look out and I can absolutely watch my grass grow. It is the craziest thing ever. And if it does not dry, I do not know when I'm going to get out there and get my yard mowed. I really, really need out there tomorrow. My goal was to get out there tomorrow. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, I'm really not. We got a whole nother line of rain coming right now, right this second. So I don't know, but I've got to get out there and I got to pick up my limbs. I got to pick up my leaves and all that good stuff that came over when the Hurricane Laura made her appearance last week. I have still not had that chance to get out there and do it. So it's just nuts. I mean, it's just nuts. I got limbs. I've got, branches with leaves, all kinds of stuff. So, no, Jesse, they're not excuses. You stop that, girl. You just stop that. That's what you need to do, Jesse, is you need to come over and help me get out in my yard and get my, get my yard cleaned up. My neighbor, right across the street from me, where that big tree, was blown over last week in the hurricane. They've not even had a chance to get out there. So it's out there, it's dying it's just a mess. And we had a couple of folks in the neighborhood. Denise, I think you're on. A couple days ago, they had the wild hair that they wanted to mow their yard, and so they did. And man, it is, it's gummed up, it just leaves marks all over the yard. And I just can't do that. I just don't want to do that at all. So I'm kind of meticulous about my yard. And I've just not had that chance to get in there. Hey, when you get in, go ahead and say good morning to me. Let me know who's hanging out in my office this morning. And love to know exactly who and what and where and all that good stuff's having coffee with me. And also, hey, hit that share button right now. Boom, go ahead and hit the share button. I need you to do that. Hit the share button. Hey, while let me get on over here this morning. I need to ask you guys a question because I need your input on something. Everybody that's watching, I need you to answer this question, okay? If you are watching on your device, let me see here. Who all is in my house this morning? Hey, good morning, Sissy. You sneaking in on me this morning, girl. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for coming on board with me today. Mary Weddington, Miss Jessie, Miss Judy. Let me see here. There's Pam. Good morning, Sarah DeVasier. We got all kinds of good, sweet folks in here today. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hey, real quick, I need you to answer this question, okay? On your device, where you're watching me at, okay? Down at the bottom where you can type in your comments. Then you've got the like button, the heart button, then the emoji, the care button, all that good stuff. Right beside the like button, okay? Right beside the like button. Do you have a button that looks like the green outline of a man, of a person, of a person with a square on it? Do you have that button? I guess I need to take a picture of it. But if you do that, let me know that you have that. Okay? Would you just say, yeah, I've got the button. It's a black. Obviously, the button is black, but everything else is green. Okay. There's Sandy Armstrong. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Mary Weddington left a pile of limbs on the side of the street. Yes, Lord, yes. Who else had limbs and pine needles? Yeah, our neighbors have got pine needles, and they just made their they have made their way into the yard. So do that. Okay. So we got no. Okay, Pam does not. Sarah DeVasier, just a red heart. No, I don't have that. No. Okay, I guess I'm going to need to take a screenshot of what I'm talking about so that you can be looking for that, okay? So because that's something new that Facebook has added, and there's no need for me to talk about it if you don't have it. So it looks like everybody out here now. Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. Are you on an iPhone? Okay, are you on an iPhone or are you on an Android? Okay, Denise, are you seeing that button this morning like we saw last night? Tell me if you see the button. Okay, because I know, Denise, you are on an Android. Okay, Jesse sees only me. Now it's down at the bottom. It's where. Becca's got an iPhone. Okay, that may be an iPhone. Okay, Denise, you do not have it this morning. Okay, well, look at all of these iPhone people that's scrolling up into my house this morning. Okay, all right, I'm just wondering if this is only on the droids. I don't know. Anyway, hey, who knows? But I'm going to get a screenshot, and I'm going to see who all has got this. And like I said, it's something new that Facebook is doing. It's down right, it's almost right beside the comment bar where you type in your comments. It looks like just a little guy, and he's holding a green box. It's silhouettes. I mean, it's real simple. But I won't spend any more time on that this morning. But it's kind of cool. I've seen this thing work, and so if it is, there's a yes. There's a yes. I love it. Love it. All right. Let's see here. Hey, busy day here at the campus. We've got our campus chat this morning. We're just kind of hanging out this morning, grabbing a cup of coffee, going to visit. We are going to wrap up. I think we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap up chapter 3 in Colossians this morning here in just the next little bit. Wrap up Colossians chapter 3. Last night, man, we had a great Bible study on campus last night. We were still diving deeper into Ephesians chapter 6. We picked up at verse 10, and we looked at all that battle plan that Paul was setting forth about putting on the whole armor of God. And then we looked at the very first piece of the whole armor, looked at the belt of truth last night. So if you missed that, please get back over there and watch the rewind of that. It'll be posted on YouTube later this morning, if you'd like to do there. So make sure you get in and do that. Also, our prayer request was listed there last night, so I want to encourage you to do that and to be praying for our folks that was shared last night to do that. But today, we're going to be visiting here for just a few more minutes, and then Miss Pat will be rolling in here on the church campus pretty soon. And looking forward to that. Her Bible study will start at 10, so you'll get to see me again real soon with Miss Pat. And always a sweet time for that. And then at 1 o'clock today is our ladies' Bible study. Ladies are wrapping up the book of Malachi. So I think today and next Thursday are their last days in the book of Malachi. And then they're going to be starting a brand new Bible study 2 weeks from today. If you would like more information about that, see Pam Jones or Marianne Carter. We're going to do that. I noticed this morning coming in. That what I would like for you to do, okay, is to be careful as you are driving in and out of the campus today, because our kildees, the birds, our killdeers out there, appear to be nesting along the drive. Okay, and so if I can find their nest, I'm going to put some of our cones around them like we have in the past. But they were all over the road last night as I was leaving the church campus. So just be careful and kind of watch where they are as they're nesting, getting these baby birds out of here. So again, please be careful and be observant. And I'm noticing that the most of them is on the exit row, on the northernmost the exit, the northern road. So just like I said, just be careful. We just want to protect them. It's so much fun driving in every morning, and there's about a dozen of them that live out here on our church campus, and I love to see them as they'll walk, they'll run, and they'll fly. They're all in a flock, So there's beautiful birds. So it's kind of like there are pets out here on our church campus. But just be careful, okay? Just be careful. Don't forget, this coming Sunday we start our Dixie Jackson week of prayer for the Dixie Jackson offering. Please be in prayer for how much that God would lay on your heart to give toward our state missions. All the money given for our Dixie Jackson does stay right here in the state and goes toward missions. We're going to have those offering envelopes. There's no need for me to show you again. The offering envelopes. Mary Whittington, what have you posted? What is that? Oh yeah, frogs. Yeah, there's frogs everywhere, by the way. Yeah, there's hundreds of frogs. The offering envelopes for Dixie Jackson will be right beside our tithing and offering tote that goes out on the northern end. So please be aware that there is a need for state missions monies. And so if you feel God laying it on your heart, we'd like to get you to contribute that. The week of prayer guides will be out. Also, that starts on Sunday, and I'll be posting that. Matter of fact, I'll probably post that today, so that you will be able to have that and have that in hand. Okay, what else is going on? Hey, big day on Sunday. Sunday school starts at 9:30. We'll be starting a new book. It is going to be in the book of Isaiah, and I'm going to be teaching Sunday school this coming Sunday, so I'm looking forward to spending that time with you. And then our digital lobby starts at 10:15, gives you, whether you're on campus or whether you're at home and online, a chance to get in, get on, and get connected with everyone. And then at 10:30, our morning worship will start, and I'm so looking forward to continuing our study in the book of Jonah. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look inside the 3 days and the 3 nights that Jonah spent in that Holiday Inn Express that we know as the belly of the great fish. So that's all taking place on Sunday. So just, get in and get a chance to do that. For those of you who are not familiar with what we're doing right now due to the pandemic, just let me go ahead and share it with you. We are having Sunday school, but everybody is meeting in the sanctuary. In other words, we meet in one large group right out in the sanctuary, and that includes kids, that includes children. So parents, grandparents. If you bring children, they need to stay with you out in the sanctuary, okay? Because we're not having classes. We're not, putting children, back in the classrooms at this time. We will in the future. We'll get back to that. But right now, we're not. And the same thing on Wednesday nights. Everybody meets in the sanctuary. Children, all that good stuff. So if you bring children, they need to stay with you in the sanctuary. Because everything that goes back, this is just a way to keep us from having to clean and to sanitize, and we don't have teachers at this point. We're just not ready to break those classes back out. So that's where we are. So if you have not been with us on Sunday mornings or Wednesday nights, that's kind of where we are. And just as a heads up, but we want you to come. We want you to come and to hang out with us. Bring your kids. Like I said, they'll stay out there with us, and it's fine. Don't worry about not your kids disturbing anybody. It's not gonna happen. All right. We love kids. We love our children, and all y'all know that. So that's just kind of where we are. It's what's taking place. Let me see here. Yes, Miss Judy. Also, there's a whole lot of turtles out here. It's nothing for me to stop and move turtles if I see them across the road. I really enjoy doing that. So we got kildees, we've got frogs, we've got turtles. So it is a zoo here on our Thursday morning coffee and chat time with the preacher. But for real, okay, keep an eye on those kildees when you come into the church campus. Hey, grab your Bibles. We're headed over to Colossians chapter 3. Oh my, that's a good cup of coffee this morning. Okay, Paul is still continuing to write this letter to Colossians, and what we're going to see now as we begin this 18th verse is he is going to be sharing some of the same things that we heard back in the book of Ephesians when he was talking about the family, that family unit, and he's going to be talking about the wives, he's going to be talking about the husbands and the kids. So let's just go ahead and let's pick this up. He says this starting at verse 18, chapter 3. Paul says, "Wives, submit to your own husbands as is fitting in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and do not be bitter toward them. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well-pleasing to the Lord. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged." This is really a lot of the same things, the same mindset that he's sharing in the book of Colossians as he did in the book of Ephesians. And if you'd like to know more about that, to dive deeper, about 2 weeks ago on Wednesday night, we really spent some time in chapter 5. I believe it was 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, we really went hard in chapter 5 in the book of Ephesians. So you might want to go back and take a look at that and really get into some deep study with what he's really talking about here. Okay? Let me see here. Let's keep going. Bondservants, verse 22. Bondservants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service. I want to talk about that word, eye service. Not with eye service as men pleasers, but in sincerity of heart, fearing God. Okay, what is eye service? What is he talking about here? Paul is using the phrase eye service because it's basically when you do something so that you can be seen. In other words, if you know your boss is watching you at work, then you're really, really working hard. But when your boss is not around and when he's not working, then you're kind of lax a little bit and you're not doing things. You know, same thing at church, you know, or same thing, you know, in school. You know, if somebody's watching you, are you really, 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 really getting into it? And then when nobody's watching you, you're just kind of, what? So that's what it is. And that's putting in eye service. And so Paul is really, really asking us to be guarded about that. Okay, so we really have to do that. In other words, don't be, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in sincerity of heart, fearing God. Verse 23, and whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. Hey, you remember verse 17 that we looked at yesterday? Okay, remember how we did that? Let me just go back and read verse 17. And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. So he's repeating himself here. Okay, whatever you do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. In other words, whatever you're doing, it's not about doing it to others, it's doing it for God. It's doing it to God. Okay, verse 24. Knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. I love that term here. You don't see this term often in Scripture, the Lord Christ. Usually you see Jesus Christ or Lord God. And so Paul has now gave it to us here as Lord Christ. Verse 25. But he who does wrong will be repaid for what he has done, and there is no partiality. So Paul ends on a very strong note to the book of Colossians. Tomorrow morning, we're going to pick up chapter 4. And then we are going to wrap up the book on Sunday. So we're going to be wrapping it up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday morning, we will begin the book. What's the next one first? Yes, 1 Thessalonians. We're going to be reading through the two letters that Paul wrote to the church at Thessalonica. So that's all going to be starting on Monday. 1st and 2nd Thessalonians is where we're going to be going to next. Folks, that is all that I have for this Thursday morning. If you are out and about, I know that rain is supposed to be here the bulk of the day. Please be careful. If you missed the Bible study, please go back and catch that last night as we were, man, it was just a great time. Okay, just great study. So you might want to go back and do that. If you are going to be with us on campus, we are looking forward to seeing you Sunday. And if you are going to be staying home, let me just go ahead and tell you right now, I'm going to miss you. And I'd love to see you, but I do want to see you online. That's the great thing about our services now. It's online or on campus. If you are not on campus and you need to send in your tithes and your offerings, you can do that real simple. You can just drop it in the mail. That's at P.O. Box 785 here in Forest City, 72336. Or you can go on into our website now that we have the online giving set up. The website is lovemyrbc.com. lovemyrbc.com, and just click on online giving. We want to make sure that our offerings are continuous, that our commitment is there, that we are obeying God's call to give and to give back and to tithe, and we know that is Scripture. So we have just done our best to make all those opportunities available to make it simple for us to continue. So you can mail that in, or you can hit that online button. Folks, that is all that your preacher has got today. Thank you so much for pulling up a chair and hanging out with me in the office this morning. If you need anything, give us a call, 633-1121. Gloria is going to be around the phone most of the day. I will be out in the sanctuary pretty much all day long. I've got to get ready here in just a second for Miss Pat. She'll be coming in, and then I'll be in the sanctuary with our ladies, and I'll be taking care of all their media stuff for their Bible study at 1 o'clock. That is all I've got, folks. I love y'all so very much. Have just a fabulous Thursday, and be safe if you are out and about. Tell somebody about Jesus today, all right? Bye-bye. We'll talk soon.